Some stories are never told. This ain't TV. This is real life. Arrests, survival, betrayal. Stories from inside the system, told by the ones who lived it. This is Hell in the Cell.
This call is from
Shane Hardy.
This call will be recorded and subject to monitoring at any time. To accept this call, press 5. To block, you may begin speaking now.
Yo, what's up, twin?
No, what up?
What's up, baby boy? What's the deal, man?
Chilling, man. What's good with you, Snow?
Oh, man, you know, my spirits is high, man. My spirits is high in a place that's really low, man, you know. But I'm going to keep them high, man, no matter how high the tide rise, man. I'm going to keep my spirits high, man, you know. So I'm blessed, highly favored, you know what I'm saying? So what we doing today, you know, it's always a pleasure to hear your voice, man. It's always a pleasure to hear your voice. And, you know, I'm going to let you do your thing, man. Let the peoples know what we doing right now, what we tuning into, what they tuning into. Do your thing, baby.
Facts. Welcome to Hell in the Cell with Snow Billy Bulletz Gotti.
Right.
You know, the best of the episode. SB Gang. You know, Frank Stan Mafia. You know,
right.
And I want y'all to understand this, man. If y'all rocking with the platform, y'all rocking with the channel, man. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Keep plugging us in, man.
I appreciate y'all though. Y'all know Snow Billy gonna always show his gratitude and really give it from the heart. Appreciate the views, appreciate the everything. The love is real, man. Shout Clubhouse out, shout all the platforms out. But what's up, Gotti? Talk about it, man.
What's good, Snow? So a lot going on, Snow, right now.
Right.
I wanna get into this, you know, this K-Flock. This Casanova, with them talking about him in the medium, and K-Flock basically, you know, getting 21 years, and he now going into the USP, he going into Florence High right now. So let the people know, man, like the politics there, because you know what it is when it comes to this federal. So we're gonna let you take the game. So.
Okay. Now listen, we also got to touch on my babies, man. You know, Live Wire and Zip, you know, Zip with the drip, man. You know, them my babies, man. You know, one from Queens, one from Brooklyn, but together, them my babies, man. I want to salute them. Shout Live Wire out. You know, you my baby, man. Keep moving, keep pushing on these niggas. Keep your foot on these niggas' necks, Wire. Keep your foot on their neck. Same thing for Zip with the drip. He know that's my baby. That's family right there. You know, both of these dudes is really family, man. But like I said, man, you know, you gotta let people get their feet wet, man. You know what I mean? We ain't no handouts, man. We gonna take it for how we take it. You feel me? So, you know, shout them out, man. Zip is definitely my peoples, man. Live Wire too, man. Just to tell both of them dudes, keep their foot on whoever neck they got it on, man, and don't let that thing up. You feel me?
That's correct.
But as for K-Flock, you know, listen, man, we got some history, man, distant history. K-Flock, D-Thing, those are the princes, man. You know, I love both of them dudes, man. I love D-Thing, man. I love K-Flock, man. K-Flock is that guy. He's definitely one of them guys, man. And I'm sorry to hear about the bad news, you know, in some way. Hopefully he get the First Step Act and then knock half of that down. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people's coming into the federal system, depending on your statute, you get the First Step Act with a cut half of your sentence down. So if he got 21 and he qualified for the First Step Act, that's going to bring his joint down to 10, 11 years. Then he get the Second Chance Act. That's going to give him like 18, 19 months in the halfway house. Then he get the 15 days a month. So he could break that whole 21 down, could become 10 years, really, you know what I'm saying, with all the different programs they didn't offer, you know, thanks to Donald Trump. Thanks to Uncle Trump, the big homie, Uncle Trump, you know, he put all the incentives in play for dudes in the federal system to get some relief, you know what I mean, because dudes was getting a lot of time and there wasn't no relief. So, you know, Meg in the house, shout the whole Donald Trump team out, Mark Rubio, Keith Hasek, Christy Gnomes, the whole Donald Trump team. You know, I'm Trump because I come from Brooklyn, he from Queens. So I only know Trump, man, you know, but I ain't gonna stay too long on the politics. But as for K-Flock, yeah, man, he in USP Florence. That's an active yard, man, very active. A lot of guys come down from ADX farmers to USP farmers, but there's a lot of things they got there. I think they got a good entertainment set up there. I think they got some. If I'm not mistaken, man, I was just in Oklahoma. I was in transit with a few guys we was all on the same unit. Because when you get to Oklahoma City, right, the transit center where we got to go through to go to our prospective jails, it's an airport prison where you fly into the jail, and everybody from all over would be on the same unit together. So I was on a unit with a few dudes that was on their way to Farmers Pen, and some dudes that was leaving Farmers Pen. So. Yep. If I could record, it was telling me how they got a good TV system and I think of some video games over there. They got a lot of shit in their gym over there. So USP Farmers is a good spot, but it's super active. You know, it's on the west. No, it's in the Midwest. Well, it's in Colorado. That's Colorado, right? So Farmers, Colorado. So it's an active yard, man. You know, and bro, one of them guys. So he gonna put on, he gonna stand on business, man.
This call is from a federal prison.
Yeah, this call is from whatever. You hear me? He gonna put on, man. So just hopefully he stay blessed up, stay dangerous. You know, while he walking that pound. You know, and hopefully, man, prayfully, man. You know, he can make the best of it and work on what he got to work on and knock that time down. Because there's a lot of guys that got them kind of statues and they getting that FSA and that SCA and it's cutting their sentences in half. Well, that's what a lot of people out there don't know about.
Yo, but so, like you said, man, it's either you mind your business and stay out the way, or you get in some motherfucking shit with these niggas. They get shit is sweet. Cause like I said, so when it's active, it's active. Just push that
it ain't no playing, man. When you're on them active yards, man, it's a bloody situation, man. You know, the niggas is definitely, niggas is dying, homie. Niggas is dying on them active yards, man. They dying, man. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be real careful, man. You know, you got to stay dangerous, man. You know, and see, you got dropout yards, you got active yards, you know. So I'm quite sure USP Farmers, that's a super active yard. So he gonna walk that shit and stand on business, man. You know, stay dangerous, man, throughout his travels, man. You know, and keep that shit sturdy, man. You know, as for Cash, Cash is my boy, man. I remember Casanova used to call me in the morning, like 4 o'clock in the morning. I was just telling Bobo this, right? Cass would call me with a cigarette and a 2-liter soda in his hand with no shirt on, and he'd be like, "Yo, Snow, I ain't," he'd tell me some stuff, about his relationship, but I can't say over the phone. But he'd be like, "Yo, Bobo, I ain't been able to do this in 3 weeks." And I'll be like, "Yo, Cass, man, what you telling me this for?" But Cass is my guy, man. You know, if dudes know me and dudes know my history with Cass, that's definitely my bro, man. But right now, I hear he in the camp. And so if he's in Sheridan, which is in Oregon, he's in a good camp. The camp is like you free. You start getting furloughs and all that. So he in a good position. And just for the record, the feds don't have no protected custody, bro. Feds don't have PC. This ain't the state jail. Feds don't, it's either you in or you out, man. It's either you on the pound or you on the box. Ain't no PC in the feds, man. That's how this goes. So any platforms and bloggers mentioning the feds, the FBOP they don't have no PC units. There ain't none of that shit.
Let them know the difference between the dropout yards and the maxi maxes.
Okay, well, we don't call them maxes. We call them penitentiaries and ADX. That's the other side of a max. Like, the pen, the USP, that's the penitentiary, and then you got ADX, which is the super max. But a dropout yard is like a lot of lows is dropouts. Some mediums is dropouts. You might have one dropout pen. I forgot where it's at, but it's just a yard where probably chomos could walk that yard. So let's say when someone leave a USP and he work himself all the way down to a low, he won't be able to go back to a main yard because dudes don't tolerate you walking with a chomo or, a rape ball or something like that in the lows. So there's a lot of lows and some mediums, not all, because you have a lot of active mediums too now. Like, Raybrook and what else is Buckley, know what I mean? You got some active mediums. So let's say a person come one, because you know, lows, you going home, man. You know, you're on your way out the door. You know what I'm saying? Trying to work your way to a camp. So drop-out yards is just yards where, you know, you got a lot of chomo yards, you know, chomos, you know, child molesters, you know, things of that nature, rapos, things of that nature, you know, things of them funny case dudes, man. So they send those to dropout yards, you know. So when some real gangsters make it down to them kind of yards, they can't go back up, because the first thing, when you get to a dropout yard, the rules is you got 30 days to stay on that yard before you get up out of there, you know what I mean? And you can't go back to a pen telling dudes, yo, I was in a dropout yard. They're going to run you up, man. So, you know, that's how this shit go here, man. You know, it's hell, man. Like I was saying, man, this shit is hell, man. This is really hell in the cell, man. And, you know, the situation is crucial, man, especially in the penitentiaries, man.
And that's why, yo, Snow, when you be breaking it down, niggas get mad at you, Snow, because they like, yo, Snow, yo, how Snow criticizing, yo, Melly and them niggas going to camps. But like you said, real gangsters don't respect you being up in them dropout yards with them camps. They respect you being up in them pens. Like you say,
Yeah, that's how it is, man. You can't, you know, like I said, you know, for Melly, them niggas wasn't weak yards. They wasn't in no active yards, though. School killers, aight, but it ain't super active. It ain't, know what I mean? Like, no, none, the only one that's an active is like Harv. You know, he in Canaan. That's an active pen. Super active. You feel me? So, like, Melly and them ain't going nowhere, but that's a good thing. They ain't had to go through no real, no real situations, man. But in the federal system, man, you just really highly respected, man. You know, when you in the cemetery, man, and that's what them USPs is, man. Them joints is the cemeteries, man. You know, it's just death in the air, man, all day, man. Blood and shit, man. That's all you gonna smell, man. You know. But why these niggas mad? What's going on, Gotti? What's going on? Talk to me. What you saying? What they mad about? Because we gonna run it up, man. That's what we doing, though, man. You know, the flex is big, man.
Yeah, we gonna run it up, so you know, dudes got quiet, so after we dropped the last joint. I ain't had nothing to do. You know,
cause you know, man, you know, one thing that people know about me, man, they know I'm gonna give it to you real, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, you know, dudes will put you in a trick bag in the FBOP. And for people who don't know what a trick bag is, that's like niggas will set you up so you could crash out, and then you will end up in the penitentiary or ADX. That be the game niggas play in these pens in these jails, man. You know, put you in a trick bag. You gotta outthink these niggas are small mouth.
This call is from a federal prison.
You know, you will fall into a trick bag, man, and you will never get out of here, man. You know, you would have 35 points to be sitting in ADX, Farmers, Colorado, with 99 channels in the shower in your cell, reading your meal over the screen. You know, twisted, getting good ice cream every night. It's a bad job, man. It's a bad situation. You hear me? So you gotta know that the name of the game is be strategic with your thinking, strategic with your movements. Every step you take, think about it before you making that step, and move on. Stand on business, no matter what it is, whether it's 20 niggas against you or 8 niggas against you. Stand on business. You know what I mean? And that's that, man. We gonna stand on business. Hell in the cell, man. Your guy, Snow Billy Bulletz Gotti, man. Tune into my IG, Gotti. You already know the IG. Talk about it. Let them niggas know, man. Follow my son, Gotti. You will see my joint up there, right?
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, yo, Snow, man. Let's talk about it, man. Yo,
Okay. Right. Go ahead.
About all that's going on, man. About this whole this federal system and the points, man. Please break down the point system and all that in the face, man.
Okay, man. If you got 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, I think it's oh God, man. You know, I just got up. 11 points is under is camp points. 11 to 14 is low points. 17 to 19 is medium points. 21 to 22 is penitentiary points. Anything over 25 is ADX points. So that's how, you know, when you come into the federal BOP, they put you on a point system. Some people fall in the category for penitentiary points, medium points, low points, camp points, you know. So if you got like 35 points, then you could be a candidate to go to ADX. You know what I'm saying? For a minimum to 18 months to the rest of your life, depending on on offense you caught while you was in one of these penitentiaries. You know what I'm saying? So what happens is every time you catch a shot, which is a ticket, an infraction, your points get jacked up. So if you come to a low and you got 13 points and you catch a ticket, now they might add 2 points to that and they shoot you up to a medium. Then you go to a point and you jack that up. Then you going from a medium to a penitentiary. Then you get to the penitentiary and you jack them points up. Then they'll put you in for ADX. And then, ADX is the last stop, man. A lot of people's be giving up, because when ADX, you get you a TV, you get 99 channels, you get ice cream almost every night. The food is the best food up there. You got your shower in your cell, you get VIP status, you get your meal on the screen, and you at the last stop of the road right there, man. So a lot of me and my Sully was just talking how, a lot of guys, man, when they give up in here, man, because the penitentiary is a cold place, man. It's a real vegetarian cemetery environment, man, where dudes is just, they just existing, man. So, some dudes be like, yo, listen, man, what the hell with this joint, man? I'm going to go ahead, man, and catch me a smack or catch a free one or barbecue the nigga, chop a nigga head off or something, man, and just go ahead and go to ADX, man, get my little TV and just shut it down, man. I know a few guys that gave up in that matter to say.
This call is from a federal prison.
I don't want to be in no penitentiary and, do some loud joint, chop a nigga up, blow a nigga up, barbecue the nigga, and take a trip on up to the top house, man, and that's it. It's over, baby. But that's how the point system go. You got camp, low, medium, USP, ADX. But another thing I want to touch on, you understand me now, Gotti?
Yeah, so.
Okay, wake up, cause that's how that thing go here, man. So all on your point category is where they gonna ship you at, and how you gonna be placed in this FBOP. But the most crazy thing is there's a lot of money in the FBOP when it come to real estate, when dudes, right? A lot of people might not know this out there, and this is for the people who don't know nothing about the FBOP or they peoples ain't telling them about how this thing go. They just showing them all the other stuff that's going on in here. Yo, listen, man, dudes be making thousands of dollars off their sales, right? Because the way the units be set up, you could get a TV sale, right? So let's say, for example, me, I got a TV sale right now, right? That's me and my monkey, we got a TV sale. So if somebody is into TV heavy, which is a lot of dudes, because in these situations, dudes becoming vegetarian state. When I say a vegetarian state, dudes just be staring, looking at the TV for hours, bro. It's like, it's crazy when you see this shit from within, man. Like, this is a madhouse, man. So dudes are just hypnotized by the TV, and dudes love TV, whether it be basketball, whether it be whatever they preference is and watching whatever they go watch, right? So me, I don't watch TV, man. But for those that do, they just say, hey, listen, man, they sell their sales. If you get a TV sale, you can sell your sale for $10,000. You can sell yourself for $5,000, depending where you at and depending on what angle you got. Yo, man, it's called prison. It's called federal real estate, man. You know what I mean? And dudes be selling sales, man, left and right, man. You can sell this sale for $5,000. Then you could sell another sale you might luck up in for $4,000, and it just go up and up. So there's a lot of money, man. What a lot of people in society don't know to be made, man, just off the property in this environment, man. Like, dudes be selling themselves left and right, man. Your dudes will come through like, yo, man, let me get that TV set home, man. I got $5,000 for you right now. Who you want me to send it to? And next thing you know, it'd be a whole nother dude. You think you're man in that cell, you go buy a cell later on, it'd be a goddamn African in that motherfucker. You hear me? Excuse my language, man. Yeah, but that's how it goes. It's all based on the point system. So you could get put in the trick bag, man, and which a lot of dudes do. They get put in the trick bag, and next thing you know, man, you be in Colorado, man, jacked up, man. But some people, I know, they give up, man. They got 2 lives at the sands. They don't want to fight no more. They tired of being around death for a day. And they just crash out, man, and say, you know what, man, I'm done, man. I'm going to get me it's called going to get you 99 channels, man. That's a TV right there, because on ADX, you get 99 channels up there. You get the VIP status, single shower, you ain't got no bunkie, because everything in the FBOP is double bunk. no matter where you go. If you ain't in the ADX, everywhere you go, you got a celly. And some of them penitentiaries, right? Dudes be locked down 8 months out the year, bro. I got a story coming from one of my bros from Baton Rouge, man. He gonna drop it. His name is what's his name, man? What's Rock? I think it's Rock. Yeah, Rock. Yeah, man. Rock will drop his story on how, you know, when you be in these penitentiaries, man, sometimes they be locked down for 8 months out the year. So, you know, your bid is determined on your celly, man, or what kind of celly you get, man. And you be locked in with a dude, man. It's crazy, man. Like, I mean, when you look at this now, man, right, you got 2 men in the cell, bro. You know, and that's horrible, man, because, you know, men is men, man. You know, we got our ways, you know, we got our it's just a mess. It's really bad, man. You know, it's really bad, man. This is a bad place, man. For real, this is a terrible place, man. You know, imagine 2 dudes in the cell for 9 months in. I'm talking about eating in there. They feeding you bag lunches, bag breakfasts, 1 hot meal a day for 9 months. You in here with another dude. Both of y'all got forever in a day, and you in there, man. You know, you pissing. You using your bowels. You know, you getting horny, all kind of stuff, man. You know, men is men, man. You know, you might be thinking about your girl. You know, he at the bottom bunk, you on the top bunk. Both of you niggas got hard-ons. It's crazy, man. This is a crazy place, man.
Nah. So that's why I like Snow. Like these little rap niggas, these little gang dudes. They faking, bro. They super faking. Listen, they faking. When they get up in here, all that's gonna be out the window, bro. All that's out the window, man. You know, I'm telling you, man, from experience, man. You get up in these cells, you ain't here 3-4 days with a dude. You ain't going nowhere. I mean, can you imagine y'all on a bunk bed like y'all kids, man? You know, he at the bottom, you at the top. You a man. You might think about your baby mother. You might think about some freak broad you had 2 years ago, or, you know, that's.
This call is from a federal prison.
Thinking about her, and as a man, you know, you might get a rose, man. You know, that's just what, you know. But how can you get a rose when you got a dude that's laying under you? That's crazy, right?
That's crazy.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you know, we got to do better, man, because I can't, like, I live a good life out there, man. You know, and the T.
Niggas, so that's what niggas don't understand. The nigga that's been outside get to it. It's crazy being up in that jail.
Yeah, you know, right. And I was just, yo, you know what's crazy? Cause, you know, like in the feds, I'm more famous in the feds than I am in the streets probably. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, yeah, word up. Like my bunkie a few hours ago, he was like, yo, I guess, you know what I mean? He was talking to his peoples through the vent and everything. He was like, yeah, man, I'm in a cell with I think he said, because he's from Louisiana, I think the word he used was, I'm in here with a major nigga. I'm in a cell with a major nigga. But I was like in and out of sleep, you know what I mean? Because I thought we was on lockdown and shit. So I was tired from yesterday, so I was in and out of sleep. But I heard him tell somebody under us, because, you know, dudes be screaming through the vents in the toilet talking to their homies and shit. So I heard him say, yeah, I'm in here with a major dude. I think he said man or a major dude. I don't really know their lingo, but I know he was like, yeah, I'm in here with a major dude, man. And so, you know, man, you get your fame, man. But at the end of the day, a nigga don't want to hear, bro. This is a terrible place, man, you know, especially when you used to live in a certain lifestyle. And, you know, but the good thing, one thing you're going to see in here, when you come to here, you're going to see a lot of dudes that represent money. You hear me? Even in this era of federal system, because this is not the real era of federal. Real federal systems was back in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. This new era, but it's still some dudes that represent that bag. When you come across us and you see us in here on person, you're going to know, like, okay, he was getting some money, man. He was getting some money because, you know, like I said, class take you a long way, man. So even if you ain't got no money right now, your class represent everything, man. Class is worth more than money, you feel me? So, but, you know, you got some real, you know, dudes, man, in the spot, man. You know, you could tell definitely, man, it was touching a couple dollars, man. But listen, I love y'all dudes, man. We closing out. Shout all the listeners out, all the subscribers. Hell in the cell. You know what we doing, man. Free the guys, man. All the guys in the pen, ADX. The mediums, the active mediums, the lows, whatever, man. Free the men, man. Yo, League, yo, Gotti, man. Y'all know what's up, man. I love y'all niggas, man. I'm out of here.
You already know, salute.
Huh? You know, salute, bro. Shout the platform, man. I'm gone, man, before these people start acting retarded in here, man. You know it. I hit you up.
Yo, I think we lost him. God damn, I think we lost him. God damn.